This is Jack with Freedom Homestead, and we are doing our Monday Night Live show tonight. Welcome. I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes to get on, and I will give you a few updates. And I'm sure you're wondering, the first update is, where's Tangi? I'm going to give you that here in just a moment. Give me just a minute. I'm going to load up the chat so we can see who's with us. Cozy Crib. No, you're not late. Let's see. Hello, thought you guys were away. Hey, Mandy, Heaven's Essentials. Well, hey, Anna. We got back from our trip. When did we get back from our yesterday? It's been a blur. It's been a blur. I'm gonna fill y'all in here in just a few minutes. I do have my hot cup of cocoa, so if anybody wants to grab a warm coffee or cocoa or whatever, hot chocolate, and join me tonight. Hey, Tim. Well, hey, everyone. Everybody's joining us now. There's Mulberry Branch. Hey, guys. So I will answer the most obvious question. Where's Tangi? She's here. She's in her room, and she's not feeling well. She's feeling pretty bad. I think, no, she's not got COVID. She's got a stomach bug bad. I'll just leave it at that. It hit her today, and she's just sick. She's very sick. So keep her in your prayers. Yeah, she's just, she's not feeling very well at all. And so I thought I would go ahead and do a live for you tonight. Talk about a few things, just to update you on a few things, and maybe chat with you guys. I may not take the whole hour, but pray for Tangi. She is dealing with a really bad stomach bug right now. So, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't run through the rest of the family. So, hopefully it's a 24-hour thing. I hope she feels much better in the morning, but I know we appreciate your prayers. Yeah, ginger ale. I went and got her the ginger ale. I've got her some electrolytes and some Gatorade. I got her some saltine crackers. And I'm just giving her her space. I don't know what else to do. She said just get her that stuff, so I got her that stuff. And hopefully that stuff is just running its course, and hopefully tomorrow she'll feel much better. No, it's not food poisoning, because we've all been eating the exact same foods. Amanda just got over a 24-hour stomach bug. Yeah, trying to keep her hydrated. Yeah, it is going around, okay. Yep, I guess it is going around. I will say this, we had a really great weekend trip 2 or 3 days ago. We went to visit her family down in Georgia, and all of her brothers and sisters were there. All of their families were there. I would say half of them are all their little young ones, the kids. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we picked something up being around all those people and the little kids passing stuff around. I don't know. We did leave early. We didn't stay for the whole weekend because I'm sure, as y'all know, Kentucky has been hit with a huge, devastating sucker punch. The tornadoes that ripped through here has affected all of us. We were without power the whole weekend. Of course, we were gone most of it. We left early to get back up here to get the generators hooked up, get some stuff going. And as soon as we got home and started hooking everything up, you know, thank God that power did come back on here. And probably the hardest hit areas, still not there yet, but at least the outlying areas of the areas that were hit were, they're restoring power. They've had groups come up from, well, Margie, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Like the little purple dude too. That's cool. So yeah, the last 2 days I've actually been at a coworker's house, helping him. He pretty much lost his house, and the street he lives on. If you've seen the photos on the news, if you've seen photos on Facebook or the social media, that's what his street looks like. And actually, after I helped him today, my son and I went to another part of our community, and we helped for a while there, a couple hours there, and that was ground zero, I guess, of our area just getting smashed with an F3 tornado. And actually they did confirm that there was an F3 and an F2 tornado in our same county, literally within maybe a half a mile from each other. And so yeah, it was rough. The places we went to today, we were in a big subdivision. It's so weird to see how a tornado rips through a subdivision. Some houses, nothing. I mean, it's just the concrete where the garage floor used to be, and there's nothing left. And then 2 or 3 houses down, you've got a house that was just not touched at all. But it's amazing. But anyway, we got that going. We went and helped out a little bit, and definitely just pray for the people in Kentucky. I know Arkansas, Missouri, I think Indiana. They confirmed that in Kentucky, the big F3 tornado was actually on the ground. The same tornado went for, I think, 120 something miles. Insane. They actually said this is the worst tornado disaster in the history of the nation. With lives lost and stuff like that. There's been 15 people confirmed in our county where we live that have died, and there's still 22 people reported missing in our county. And that's not including the other places that you've seen on the news, the big, I don't know if you've heard about the candle factory, Mayfield, Kentucky, Dawson Springs, Cave City, which is 10 minutes from our house, 15 minutes from our house, and then Bowling Green, which is where I grew up. So we went down there and helped out friends and stuff, and it's just a mess. It is just tore all to pieces. So I definitely just wanted to kind of throw that out there. We're safe. We did not suffer any damage other than a lot of stuff in the backyard was just blown all over the place. But this time our house was safe. Again, thank God that he spared us from this. There's a lot of other people that's a whole lot less fortunate right now. And so just please remember them. So I'm sorry, I had to kind of get that off my chest. And I didn't get a chance to look at the comments. So is Tangi on here? Yeah, Tangi's on here. She heard me talking. So our daughter went, yeah. So yeah, my son and I, we went to Bowling Green, and we we were down there helping, and my daughter went to another community, and they passed out food and stuff like that. So at least kind of showing the kids how to serve and how to be there when people are in need. So if anything, I'm trying to teach our kids to do that, and they worked hard today. They did a good job. Yeah, it was crazy. Let's see. Yeah, we got I've been crying about the babies that died in the storm. We were helping this one family look for a purse or any personal items from a house that was totally gone, and they were, I guess you could say, one of the biggest communities that was hit was a lot of people that English is their second language. I talked to one guy. He's originally from Albania. I think that's right. And he lost his house. Then I was helping this family look for their personal items. I did find a little purse pouch, and I said, "Does this look familiar?" They looked in it, and it was their dad's documentation. They said they needed. He's in a hospital in Nashville. But they said the house right across the street from them, well, there was no house. It just, they said that place right there, 5 people, I think it was 5 people in that house. None of them made it. So, and then while we were looking for stuff, there were also crews coming through with dogs, and you know what they were looking for. So continue to pray. I took a few photos, and I'll put them on later, just of the devastation. But if you've seen stuff already, it all looks the same. It's all just a mangle of everything's splintered. Everything's like toothpicks, just broken all to pieces. Cars flipped on top of other cars. It was amazing the amount of cars that we saw that was just thrown all over the place. We saw a semi that was thrown into a house. So it's crazy. Anyway, sorry I haven't been looking down at the comments. I have a bad habit of talking and forgetting that you guys are chatting with me. I know I'm here in California. I've considered moving to another more free state. I would consider that too if I was you. But weather in other states really scare me. I would not let that scare you, considering what goes on in California with the fires and the earthquakes and stuff. See, that scares me. I wouldn't want to move out there. To me, I feel much more safer in this area. So I guess it's all perspective. You know, which side of the fence are you on? The grass always looks greener. Let's see. Yeah, Tangi's also saying the community where her Amish salvage stores, that was hit. Yeah, that was hit pretty hard. And that's where our daughter went today to help one of the local cafes that she used to work at, pass out food and stuff. Oh, Margie lived in Kentucky for 3 years. Love that area. So sorry for everyone and many prayers. Yeah. Just continue to pray for them. This is going to take a while. This is going to be months and months and months of, we know what that's like. We know what it's like to be displaced from our house, have it damaged severely, not be able to occupy it. Hopefully a tornado is covered by insurance. I did talk to a few people and they said theirs was, so. But yeah, it's still, there's so much frustration and anxiety and heartache and loss and just all your personal things and stuff like that. So being that we have gone through something similar as far as just losing stuff in a house and being displaced, um, I really felt for them. Have there been any issues with people coming from other states and looting? Not that I know of. When we were in those communities today, we had to park at the local elementary school and walk a couple of blocks over just to get to that street. The police have all those streets shut down. You cannot even get into those neighborhoods. Now here's the thing though, the only place they have they're worried about looting is there is a main road that goes right through the center of Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's the main highway, and all the businesses are on that highway, and it took out a half-mile stretch of all those businesses right on the main highway. So the main thoroughfare through that town is gone. They've got that street closed off, but that's where all the businesses were, and that's where they're afraid that people may go and try to get in some of those businesses and take stuff. But unfortunately, you're probably gonna see a little bit of that. But I think, thankfully, we're in an area where that's not tolerated very well, and the police around here won't just stand and watch it. The neighbors definitely won't stand and watch it, so I'll leave it at that. Let's see. Louisiana still hasn't recovered from the hurricanes in 2020. Yeah. I mean, yeah, gonna take Kentucky a long time to recover. I mean, in some places the landscape is totally changed. And that's gonna be, it could be permanent, as far as landscape stuff, or decades later. I remember we had a major tornado outbreak that they talked about shortly after I was born in the 70s sometime. And I remember you could still drive to parts of Kentucky and see where that tornado hit in the 70s. So yeah, this will be the same thing. Lisa just read the death toll is 74 in Kentucky. Unfortunately, it's more than that. I think it's currently like 109 in Kentucky. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's more towards the 70, but I think it's up around 100 or something like that. I could be getting my numbers messed up. Or that might have been a combination of a couple of states when I heard that number. So it might have been Kentucky plus Arkansas or Missouri or something like that. Kari said, I saw 109 as well. Okay, maybe that is. Yeah, one of our friends, his barbershop was completely leveled, so he was the second or third generation barber that started that barbershop. Linda says, I sent you a message. Oh yeah, about the stomach virus. Yeah. I think we got your message. Appreciate that. Yeah. I think right now she's trying to stay hydrated, but she also is trying to let this run its course and get out of her. I'll put it that way. Okay, Tim says 74 confirmed, at least 109 unaccounted for. So maybe that 109 is what I was thinking of accounted for. Yeah. Hey, there's the Tinkerer's wife. Hey there. Tangi is, she's in bed. I think she's watching this and she's chatting with us, but she's in bed with some bad stomach bug. And and we've just been talking about how our community here has been hit by the tornadoes, and just asking everybody to keep them in your prayers. If you do follow us on our Freedom Homestead Facebook page, I think we have posted some links of things in the area that's going on. Um, you know, I can't give you all the information as to what's going on, but we do try to share information, and we do have some friends that follow us that don't live in Kentucky that want to follow those links and check out resources if they wanted to help out or give to the Red Cross or to the local high schools. Here's what I wanted to say. Within 36 hours, within 36 hours of our community getting ripped apart with this bad tornado, all the schools that were set up to take donations, clothes, food, water, toiletries, just everything that somebody would need. Within 36 hours of this, they had to announce to everybody, stop bringing stuff. They were so overwhelmed. The schools were just being packed. They have truckloads of clothes and things that are donated, and that just shows you why I love growing up here and what our community is like. It's awesome. Now they're saying, just, hey, give cash, give us some money, some gift cards, and then when we need stuff, we can buy it or we can pass out, money to people and help them out in that way. But they said they were just slammed. And we drove past one of the schools when we were coming home just a few hours after it happened. Well, the next morning after it happened, and you could see this line. It was a half-mile long of cars waiting to get to one of the local schools to drop off donations. And then when we were out there today helping, there were a couple of trucks going by, passing out sandwiches and food, and then at the ends of the road, they would let them in. They would let some of the homeowners in, and they would let some of the food trucks in, but the police were everywhere. I mean, you talk about a presence, they were everywhere. So they were really watching out for everybody and keeping the riffraff out, keeping the sightseers out and stuff like that. But there was all kinds of people people just show up, walk down, find a house, and just start picking stuff up and piling it next to the road. And they said, just pick a house and start piling stuff up. So it was awesome. I love Kentucky. Kentucky strong. Yeah, I've been seeing hashtag Kentucky strong. I've been seeing hashtag BG strong or Bowling Green strong. I think my daughter has already bought a t-shirt or ordered a t-shirt that says Bowling Green strong on it. So, Tangi's motto is, to always be prepared, be prayerful and everything, but also to be prepared. And obviously, if a tornado completely destroys everything you've got, you lose your generators, your extra gas, your prepping supplies, all your food, and vehicles, everything. So in that regard, what do you do unless you have another area set aside somewhere else to go to? I don't know. On my laptop, I am buffering. I don't know if I'm buffering everywhere or not. Let's see. Alrighty. My dad said life is always a bumpy road. Yep. No buffering. No buffering in the bedroom. Next. Um. Oh, okay. I will say this real quickly. If you follow M.I. Gardner, he's been posting stuff about his was it giant crimson tomato seeds, those 80-year-old seeds. He's been posting updates. I think Wednesday is a day that he's going to try to make some of those seeds available. So I'm just throwing that out there for you. If some of you are interested in getting one of these very rare seeds and trying to grow one of them. So check out M.I. Gardner. I know on his Facebook page he's been posting about it. So I can't remember everything he said, but yeah, check that out if you're interested in that. Or if you're just interested in getting any of his other cool stuff. Amber, I got to meet Emily today. We volunteered at the same place. Well, awesome. She's talking about my daughter Emily, I guess. And she's a sweetheart. We're so lucky that our community was spared. Yes. Well, thank you for that. I'm glad you got to meet her. And yeah, it's just awesome to see how the community just rallies together, just comes together. No one sees race, no one sees color, no one sees status, or bank account or anything, or Republican or Democrat or whatever. Everybody just sees this is my home. We're our community, and we're there for each other. We got your back. So let's see. I would feel too good. I would feel too guilty if the tomatoes don't make it. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where if you get one of these seeds, you're gonna really, really baby this and try to care for it, and you really want it to be successful. And if y'all don't know the story, go check out M.I. Gardner's story about these seeds that he found from 80 years ago, and has been able to produce from that. But yeah, it'd be awful if you got a bunch of the seeds and none of them produced, or they would have, but maybe something I did something wrong and they fizzled out. That would be bad. Well, hey there, getting started on the homestead. I know you guys, are y'all okay? Because it started over there where you guys are at, and come all the way through us and kept on going. So y'all see that all the way through. But yeah, are you guys okay? I know I've been out in this cold weather so much. I think it's giving me a little bit of a head cold. That's why I'm kind of drinking. I'm drinking hot chocolate tonight for my throat. Alrighty, well, I don't know what else to talk about. I've had poor success growing tomatoes. Yeah, it's been hot for a couple days, and then it gets really cold here. It's warming back up. I think tomorrow it's supposed to be back up into the 60s. And then by this weekend, it's going to rain a lot. I'm really hoping that at least the next 2 days, while it's nice weather, that a whole lot more cleanup and people being able to get what belongings they want to salvage. I hope they're able to do this in the next couple of days as much as possible, because I know in this area, I think Thursday rain is coming in, and it's supposed to rain pretty much all day Friday and Saturday. So I'm really hoping that everybody that is out there trying to gather up stuff, I hope that community continues to help them at least for the next couple of days and get as much done as possible. Let's see. 10 miles from us was Dawson Springs. Yeah, definitely pray for the Dawson Springs community in Kentucky. They were pretty much wiped out also. I mean, just all the video, photos. It's utter destruction. It's utter destruction. I can't believe that was just a EF3. You know, they say an F5 tornado is nicknamed the finger of God for a reason. But looking at what this hit, every place it touched down is gone. Is FEMA bringing the trailers? I don't know. I don't know. I know this was declared a federal disaster area. I do know that the president is going to be here. I don't know. I know that FEMA has people already in the community trying to help them get signed up for assistance, which is good. So it has been declared a federal emergency. People are here helping people sign up for assistance. I haven't seen any trailers. I haven't seen any big trucks rolling in. I haven't seen any of that. What I have seen is the local communities. The hotels around here, I think for the next week or the next 2 weeks, they've just said, if you've been affected and lost your house, we've got a room for you for the next week or two. Hotels are giving free rooms. Car lots are saying, hey, you know, if you're driving around helping people and you get a nail in your tire, we'll fix it for free. All the restaurants are giving out free food to all the first responders and all the people helping. It's amazing. It is, you never want to see your community go through something like this or suffer, but it is amazing to see people, when push comes to shove, the love of God's is still there. And, you know, it may be buried very deep in some people, but it takes something like this for it to shine forth again. So I hope that after this is over, that will continue. I'll just leave it at that. Serenity Hill Farms, they said there were spotters that said they saw EF5s that didn't do much damage. There was a EF3 and an EF2 confirmed in our county, and they're questioning another. There could be 3 that was in our county that same night. I know this happened a few years back in Joplin, Missouri, and that community, I think, is a whole lot like some of these areas here in Kentucky. So it's crazy, but the way the community is rallying is awesome. They are still taking donations, but mostly they're asking for monetary donations, and they're also asking for blood drives. Local in the area, they're having lots of blood drives, and then the Kroger, all the Kroger grocery stores in Bowling Green, Independence Bank in Bowling Green. I think you can go to their local news channel if you're looking at places just in this area and you want more information, the news channel or the news station in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which is where I grew up and where I've been helping out the last few days, WBKO.com. That's WBKO.com. That website, that's the local news there, and they've got articles on how to give assistance, how to help, what's going on. The schools here are closed until next year. They said don't even think about coming back to school until after Christmas break, like January 2nd or something like that. So they're using all the schools right now as donation drop-offs and distribution sites. Now they're looking for volunteers to come and haul this stuff to the families that need it. And yeah, Red Cross does need blood. Even if it's not helping out somebody, that lost a house, they said if you do give blood, you're helping at least 3 lives. One person gives blood, they say it helps 3 other people. Yeah, this was like Joplin, Missouri. Yeah, 2011. I couldn't remember what year, but I had I don't have family. I have friends that live in Missouri, not far from that area, and so I remembered that. We're in Hopkins County. It's really bad here. Yeah, there's Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky Faith Haven. Yeah, Tangi's been talking about you, and I know y'all, she reached out to make sure y'all were okay, and I think you reached out to her or something like that. I can't believe how widespread it was. It was over several states, but it pretty much went all the way across the state of Kentucky. And I think pretty much this whole live show, other than talking a little bit about the tomato seeds that Luke's got, and then Tangi is, in bed trying to get over a bad stomach bug. I think most of this live is just kind of updating you on what has happened in this area. I guess I could say a little bit about what's going on with us. We were extremely worried because we are adding up. We're still building onto the back of our house, and it's definitely nowhere near being finished. And we were so worried that the storms would just, what they've got studded up out here would just blow away. But they did come the day before. They've been talking about these bad storms for 2 or 3 days before they got here. So they actually were all over the news saying we are in the enhanced area for this severe storm to hit Friday night into Saturday. What? Are you kidding me? JM at the Nut House? Well, God bless. Thank you so much. I'm allergic to needles and far away, but I'll buy you some fuel to help y'all help the folks. Much love, brother. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. And I've been doing that. I've been filling up gas cans. I've been working chainsaws. So thank you. That's definitely used for the right reason. Appreciate that so much. But yeah, excuse me. It didn't blow away what was being built back here. So, that was spared. So very thankful for that. Very grateful that we didn't have to come back home to another whole ordeal and go through that again. But I can definitely feel for the people that have. Yeah, tornadoes happen so fast. I'm still blown away by JM at the Nut House. I do want to say this. And now it has blown my mind. It's left me. Oh, no, yeah. Now I remember what I was going to say. So a coworker of mine, he's pretty much lost his house. It was severely damaged, and I was talking with him, and he lives in Bowling Green, and he said that he had been at work all day. He was working with a trail crew repairing hiking trails with with a volunteer group, kind of interns that come and help us. So he said he worked really hard all day, and he got home and he laid down and he just couldn't sleep. And this is what he told me actually today when I was at his in his backyard cutting up a tree. He said I just couldn't sleep. He said, well, maybe there's something weighing on my mind. So he said I prayed a couple times. He said I didn't really get an answer. He said I just didn't know what was going on. And he said then all of a sudden he heard he called them the cows. We have the sirens around. Well, we don't have them anywhere where we live, but in Bowling Green in town, they have the warning sirens, and they're painted white with big black spots on them, and so they're called the cow sirens. And he said he heard them go off, and he said he told his wife, "Wake up, let's get in the basement." They did have a basement. He said they went in the basement, and he said and it just sounded like a freight train. He said they got in the basement. He said it felt like it lasted forever, and of course they were spared. They were safe, but when they come back up, um, one whole wall's gone, no roof. I'm One of the biggest oak trees I've ever seen went right through the back of their house. Another big tree landed on three of their vehicles. He has three or four children that are all driving, and it just laid across all the vehicles and just kind of smashed them like Coke cans, just stepping on a Coke can. So, so yeah. But he does have an RV, and he said it was on the other side of the house. Doesn't have a scratch, so they're actually living in their RV, and he said that they'll be fine. He said he's already talked to his insurance company. He's a veteran. He has his homeowner's insurance through veterans groups, and they said they are awesome and they are taking care of him. So that was good to hear. Let's see. Part of normal, getting started on the homestead. Had part of the door blown in our yard during the tornado. Tree limbs. Yep. I had a tree limb through a door. Oh, I got timed out from the modern native got timed out for mentioning my channel. Wasn't spamming. Well, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention, guys, but I know our moderators are awesome. But yeah, yeah, Patty, it was neat for him to share the story, and then after we got done working and cutting up a tree, we sat there and talked for probably 30 minutes just about random stuff at work that had nothing to do with what was going on. And I think he enjoyed that because it distracted him and took his mind off things for a while. It blew the train off the tracks. Wow. It was on houses. Wow. It blew the train. You know it's a bad storm when it blows a train off the tracks. I've seen two semis flipped upside down up against houses here in town. So, but a train, that's insane. I'm in Richmond, Kentucky. Just lots of wind damage to some trees, like straight line winds. Yeah, some of the people now it spurred up these tornadoes, but the whole front moving through was also just a powerful straight line wind. So even the people that didn't get hit with tornadoes, there was so much wind coming through from that storm surge. A lot of people, got a lot of wind damage. Did I say it blew a tree off the tracks? I meant it blew the train off the tracks. How does an F3 tornado? Well, an F3 tornado, I think, is winds over 150 or 155 or something like that. But that's why I'm thinking, I think at times it was more powerful than an F3. I mean, they just have to go and assess what they see. But, and I'm not the expert, but I think some of the things that I've seen look like more than an F3. Yeah, built on the rocks homestead. Straight line winds, neighbor 1 mile away, 2 huge oak trees pulled out of the ground. Yep. The F3 is preliminary. It might end up being higher. Thank you for that clarification, and I would not be surprised if it is upgraded. Because I think if FEMA does get here, they'll probably assess that too and come up with their own ideas as well. I was praying that you all were spared. Thank you so much. We really appreciate prayers, and we just ask that you will continue to remember all of those that were affected, because this is gonna be a long ordeal for them to deal with, and it probably makes it harder that it's just a couple of weeks before Christmas. I mean, that just makes it hard, because Christmas is supposed to be a joyful time with friends, with family, and stuff like that. And so, for them to have to just go through this tragedy, it just, in a way, it just compounds everything. So, just prayers for that. I guess you could say, though, but because it is close to Christmas time and people are in the giving mood, it seems like the community has responded in a mighty way as well. So I don't know if that's just our community or if it's the community plus it's the Christmas season. So maybe you've got that going on as well in a positive way for them to help. Alrighty. Well, I've still got stuff I've got to do before I call it a night. So I think I'm gonna try to end this, but I do appreciate everybody kind of joining us tonight. I hope Tangi, she's dealing with this stomach bug, so I hope she gets to feeling better in the morning. If you do follow us on our social medias, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, Tangi at Freedom Homestead. I'm Jack at Freedom Homestead. And then we have our Freedom Homestead Facebook page. And we will try to continue updating you. I know Tangi was editing or filming a video a day or two ago. I don't know if she posted it yet or not. But I'm sure she's not probably going to do anything until she gets over this stomach virus. So just be patient with us if we go a couple of days here and don't post anything. But we will keep you updated on our social media stuff. Good night, everybody. Hope everybody has a good week. Be safe and be thankful for every day and even the little creature comforts that we have. It's so easy to take things for granted until something like this kind of hits you with a wake-up call. So hope everybody does well. Continue to remember all the tornado victims in your prayers, please. And we'll catch you on the next video.